Stop watching CNBC. Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with a public service announcement, if you will. So woke up this morning to headlines of new Chinese AI large language model that's been created for a few $1 million apparently, and this LLM is superior in several ways to OpenAI and a lot of the things that we've been doing here in America. And it's created a panic, if you will. The market is down big, the futures are down. And what did I do? I turned on CNBC because I felt like I needed to be informed on what the hell is going on. And so I've turned on CNBC and I'm just listening to the discussion that's going on. And I start thinking, like, what am I hoping to get from this? What am I hoping to get from watching this? And the truth is, there's no value at all in watching this interview happen. And I started thinking about what exactly is CNBC's goal? Who are they targeting? And is this truly going to help me be a better investor today, tomorrow, down the road? And so let's think about it for a minute. CNBC is a media company just like any other, and that means their goal isn't to provide any real value or help. They don't know who you are. They don't know what your returns are. They don't frankly care. They're focused on engagement. And as we know, the best way to really grab that attention is fear. And this is one example of hundreds that will happen throughout the coming years. And so it's important to realize that their goal isn't to help you. It's only to keep you watching and then to keep you coming back. And then I started thinking about, well, who is the typical CNBC viewer, right? Is it me? What is a typical viewer? And so I started kind of looking around, and the average or median age of a CNBC viewer is 57. And so if you're in your 20s or your 30s and you're getting into finance and you're really trying to figure out how to really grow your financial portfolio and work your way to financial freedom, I would argue that one of the worst things you could do is actually watch CNBC, because they're talking to someone that's getting close to retirement. Maybe they're already early retired, and they're looking to strike fear into that person. So that person wakes up every day, turns on the channel, reads the articles, and is frankly scared that they're going to lose what they've built. And if you're in the younger end of the spectrum, you have no business hearing any of that, because it does not affect you. It does not affect you. And so I think it started getting me to think about what exactly works when it comes to the stock market and investing. And really, it's about behavioral finance. It's not about knowledge. It's really about managing your emotions. And so I think one of the most important topics, if you will, from behavioral finance, or it's really almost like a bias that resonates with me because I feel it, is loss aversion. And so what loss aversion is, if the stock market goes up 20% in a year, and then you have a 5% pullback to start that next year, that 5% pullback, it hurts you inside. And that pain is more than the good feeling that you received the prior year when the market went up 20%. And so we feel losses much, much harder than we do the good times or the gains. And so again, it kind of goes into this fear mongering that CNBC does. And so you want to avoid that. You want to avoid that. If you're in your 20s, your 30s, even your 40s, you still have decades of compounding. And so whatever happens with China and some headlines and some new technology that CNBC has on their front page, it doesn't matter. And so turn off CNBC. It will only help your returns, I promise. So there you go. That's my thoughts on CNBC. I hope that it gives you something to think about, particularly not just with CNBC. Anytime you see an article and that article brings some negative emotion or fear or some sort of FOMO, if you feel like you're missing out, understand that these are just emotions, and managing those emotions is truly the greatest skill that you can have in investing in the stock market. So I hope this is helpful. Hope you appreciate the perspective here, and I look forward to talking again soon.